Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a best of three of the day here for the Wellplay Invitational by Hitbox.tv. My name is Dragon Drop, and this is Fantastic Five versus Danish Bears. DB, well, they've kind of been unaffected by roster shuffle, more or less, at least not in a degree that some of the other CIS teams have. DB, of course, being more of a Central European team. Fantastic Five, though, they're essentially Tornado Rocks, actually replacing them in this particular tournament here. Plus Vost and RMN. Still got BZZ, we've got Yol, we've got Ghostic. But yeah, let's see how they fare here in this new configuration. Yeah, I'm not alone. I was supposed to be joined by Mac, but he unfortunately didn't make it into the lobby. Some confusion about the times. It's totally on me though. So yeah, you can blame me on Twitter if you want. But I still got Modpacks joining me for today. Hey, how you doing, man?
Fantastic. I'm ready to go. I had some nice and early Chinese Dota, so I'm all Dota'd up already. I already got 5 games under my belt for the day, so I'm ready for a couple more.
Okay.
And Fantastic Five. Look at this fresh new logo they got going on. I'm digging that. Back off the Tornado Rocks, because they were Fantastic Five, and then they were Rocks, and now they're back to Fantastic Five. They got Havost in the lineup. Things are looking good. Tough call here for the Danish Bears, so they're just going straight away. They're just saying, you know what we need? We need the Pingvin check Alk. This is like his bread and butter. This is what he does. This is how they win games.
It is. I mean, if there's any player that you think about when you think of Alchemist these days, on general even, it's Pingvin check on the Alchemist. It's absolutely grabbing that up first, maybe making sure that Fantastic Five, even if they did the homework, they didn't get another chance to ban that out. So, also get the jungler, or perhaps offlaner, definitely someone with a lot of early pressure, as well with the Enchantress. So, the Chen, of course, being banned out by Fantastic Five, so you can't go for this counter jungler, which normally wouldn't be the best choice anyway, considering the creep battles that would just ensue, and it's not fun to watch. Very bloody, very graphic, so it's not suitable for children, but we're not gonna have that. Instead, we're gonna have the Invoker being snagged up by Fantastic Five for BCC, and then the Gyrocopter, also as solid as it gets when it comes to the one position carry.
I'm all out of analysis actually, just because this is like as far as I go. I know Ping loves his Alk, and that's it. No, it's fine. We'll keep going here. So, this Night Stalker ban, I'm loving this. I mean, I was doing China all morning. I even said the only reason I'm doing China right now is because I want to watch more Night Stalker games. So, unfortunately, it's getting banned out here. But a little surprised that he's making the appearance here. But it looks like it is something that they've been running quite a bit for themselves, so they don't want that aggression. It might get replaced by the Tusk. It looks like they're like always down for some aggression, and with the Bounty, Bounty's still in the pool. Well, Bounty and OD. Those are like the two big heroes right now. I see them banned out in like most China games, even most EU games. They're being banned or picked in that first phase. So surprised that the two of them are slipping their way through all stealthy like. I'd be interested to see if they pop up in this next phase.
Well, we might see one or two of these. Fantastic Five definitely thinking about banning probably the OD, perhaps the Death Prot as well, if they're worried about that. I mean, Pingvin Check, if I remember correctly, is generally running the Alchemist in the middle lane, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So it should be a decent enough matchup against the Invoker already. Just being able to spam out the Acid Spray, kind of trying to zone the Invoker out, if you place it correctly, and just gotta make sure that you can get as many bounce roots as possible, and then at some point you'll transition into farming the jungle. He's gonna be fine unless he's rotated on. So, thing is for Fantastic Five, having the ban and then straight into the pick, they have the option to go for a bounty hunter themselves here, right? He's able to annoy the Enchantress if she is in that jungling position, just keeping tabs on her, snagging a right click here and there, soaking some experience, and also able to put on some extra pressure on the Alchemist, helping out the Invoker in these early levels before he really gets the Quasi and Exalt going if he's going for that build. To get a lot of harassment out of the Cold Snap and the Force Spirits himself. They're gonna go for the so.
Yeah, they're in a little bit of a tough spot here for the Danish Bears, I think. Like the way this draft has played out so far, that banning out that Faceless Void, because it would have been the scariest thing for them to open up with this phase, I would say, and then similarly the Sven being banned out for Fantastic Five to make sure that Danish Bears won't be snagging that. But they're going to open with the Witch Doctor just so they don't further give anything else away. Witch Doctor doesn't say anything. They haven't committed to a roaming hero. It just says that basically, oh yeah, they're going to have a 5-role support. Well, like, no duh. He's pretty versatile. He can do whatever he wants. The Venge was still in play, which is kind of important to remember. So that might be giving away the fact they're not looking to get too crazy aggressive here. But you can see Danish fans are taking a long time because they typically in this phase you kind of have the chance to be reactionary, but they have an Invoker and a Gyrocopter. The only thing I can really think of would be getting like a Bounty Hunter to go mid. Okay, they'll get the Tusk. So someone to just go mid and get on this Invoker, combo up with the Acid Spray. And now these options are still remaining here for Fantastic Five. I don't think they... Let me just double check that here. Yeah, they're Lion Pickers, who's also still in the pool. So if they want to go for that like Forest Roll Lion, I kind of like that up against the Alchemist.
How would you think about the Doom here, actually? I mean, for either team. Maybe it's just me coming also from casting a lot of Chinese Dota in the past couple of days with the Epicenter pre-qualifiers, but we've seen a lot of Doom there, right? You've been there for some of these games too, so I can't help but feel like it's a decent hero, at least up against the Invoker here for sure.
Beastmaster.
All right, well, see, now that's interesting because they went for the Witch Doctor, and then they went for the Beastmaster when they could have went for the Venge and then possibly the Beastmaster, and then you just have this crazy, insane amount of push, whereas the Venge can still function as like a 5 roll. If you want to go that route, but I guess they're looking for that sustain of the Witch Doctor, and trying to deal with the Enchantress is a big part of that too. So she will more than likely be that fully off lane. That's interesting. I wonder how this is going to work. Do they run their Tusk as something a little bit funky? No, they run it as a 4.
I think 4 is usually the go-to position for
here we
us,
go.
just freeing him up to roam around the map, not locking him into a lane.
They actually run like a full support, like 5 and 4 Tusk and Enchantress. That's really interesting. So they're still looking towards that offlaner. And they've actually run this exact draft. If they want to go for the same thing, they're going to pick Ursa last here to finish off the bear.
Yeah, why not? Why not? Interesting, yeah. But yeah, it's now that you say it, I do remember Hesi Joe playing the offlane puck quite recently, so it's something that's up their sleeve. Question is it good in this game, right? I mean, puck obviously, coil, silence, all right. Great for the Witch Doctor here, just stops the channel silence. Obviously, super good against the Invoker, just trying to control him up. Beastmaster as well if he doesn't get the roar up himself. But what does it really set up for the puck? I mean, just the Alchemist Acid Spray. It's not really that significant of a AoE damage here to follow up the AoE control.
I feel like the dream would be like the previous time that they had the Ursa as the last 5th pick, it was up against the Faceless Void, so that made a lot of sense. They were trying to pick something that would help counter up against the offlaner. But as it being a Beastmaster, I don't think that's really a necessity. He's just much more of a basic offlaner who doesn't really have that big of an impact on you. Can't harass you as much as like a Faceless Void can with better trades and the time walk. And I would be looking towards something that's going to be helping to deal with the Invoker in the mid game. So typically the Sven I think would have been the ideal pick. Obviously it was banned out much earlier. If they want to try the Ursa, I think it's just too risky because you don't really want to build an early BKB on him. Moving in, like, it has to be someone like an Ember Spirit, maybe even just because he's a little bit more slippery. Even if it means you have to put him into that safe lane, it's someone who can actually capitalize on what the puck provides for you.
Yep. Curious. I mean,
I like how they banned a safe lane Queen of Pain.
Yeah. I mean, that would be a hero that could really... It could have worked in this draft, right? That is that extra AoE damage that you generally like to have when you have a puck kind of initiating, Alchemist kind of doing his thing. Then all the other single target heroes not really. I mean, I guess if you're far ahead enough, you can kind of pick off people one by one, just roll over them more or less literally, even with a Tusk snowball. But what you really want is some extra AoE as well. We'll see what DB want to go for, as the Bounty Hunter now being 5th pick actually by Fantastic 5. That puts him in that roaming 4 position. As we mentioned, he's able to try and annoy the Alchemist a little bit in conjunction with the Invoker. Keep tabs of the Enchantress and also the Tusk really. It's making sure that
they need to get on the they gotta get on the runes. Like the Bounty Hunter should be on every single rune, and so should a Boar. Like every single time.
Oh yeah.
And they're going to go for the Safe Lane Legion. So this is a hero that's making a big rise lately. And not too surprising to be seeing this, so she'll be capitalizing on the Dream Coil, get in there for some duels. It's decent against the Invoker. You can obviously go for a pretty early BKB on the hero and feel good about it. Just go for the, maybe skip the Blade Mail, like Blink BKB. It's questionable. It depends on how well BZZ is doing, really, and what the kind of state of the game is, but the AoE damage from Gyrocopter as well as the Invoker could really be capitalized upon by the Blade Mails, so
Yep.
we shall see how she goes here. How can they shut down Ping? Get the runes. I feel like if they get the runes, this game's pretty easy.
Yeah, I mean, you just gotta make sure that try and keep him as low as possible. You're not gonna be able to really keep him below your own team, but as long as you keep him in reach, you're gonna be fine. Because the Alchemist is a hero that can farm extremely quickly if you let him, but it's also a hero that needs a lot of farm to actually be effective, right? It needs to be far, far ahead of everyone else to just not be food.
Oh my god, dude, their logos are so crisp. Are you looking at this? Look at this like little thing in front of their base in Fantastic Five. Damn, it's so slick.
Can't help but feel that you've got too much coffee in my bags. just
I'm
a
just
hunch.
feeling good.
Just
I'm
a
liking
hunch.
this. I mean, look at Danish bears. There's no flags. Like, come on, guys. Where's the swag
They're
at?
Danish, man. They're humble. They're Scandinavian.
That's true. That's a very good point.
Our man here is scouting people out, so don't know that. Actually, do we see in the early game team fight here just trying to keep Pingman Check away from the rune? Can the 5 contest this? We'll find out. They have a boast, can do a decent amount of damage here between Rock and Barrage. A lot of early control here on the side of DB, whereas you have the cast from Mule. I want to introduce the teams here because
you
we
gotta
gotta
go
see
for
something
it.
here now. Gotta try and secure the rune, but Pingman Check here kind of zoned out by Yol and BZZ. The cast comes out, Sunstrike as well, but the rune should end up being claimed. Actually, the bounty hunter's next to the way. No, the first blood still goes to wave DB. Evo's might actually be the second one. Doesn't have another Rocket Barrage to do some extra damage. What he really wants to do is juke through the trees, maybe eat a Salve on the way, and just a couple tankers that release. Nice Ice Shot block here. Secured the second blood too, but Pingman Check very low. The Salve should be cancelled here as well. There it is. Our man already proving to be super annoying, snagging the bounty away from the Alchemist. Question is it worth giving 2 kills away for that?
I think, I mean, with the salve, it definitely is. Like, Bounty Rune plus salve is worth more than those 2 kills, I think? Maybe not. Who did they go on? It went on the puck. Okay, maybe not. Maybe not. Look at the free lane space again. Oh, yeah, okay, super not worth. This
Alright.
puck is just getting everything right now. And, like, off-lane puck, not usually supposed to get this much.
Alright, so with all the early action already happening, let's take a quick look at our complete lineup, starting with the dire side. Fantastic 5. We've got Havost, the one and only 1 position. Or 4 position, whatever you prefer if you want to indulge the meme in the memes. We've got Yol supporting him on the Witch Doctor, doing the stacks and the pulls. Armen on this Bounty Hunter, looking to be annoying here, already blocking out, trying to block out this camp with his body, if not with wards. Got BZZ taking up that Invoker in the middle lane. That only leaves Ghost Stick on that offlane Beastmaster, who's level 2 now as well, so really creep up on his tower.
Alright, well, for the Radiant, Danish Bears, it's going to be Ace, Safe Lane Legion, Ping on his famed middle Alchemist, trying to get some of these bounty runes up and running. It's going to be Noya, I guess, on the Tusk, and rocking ASDF on the Enchanters up top to help out Hestajo Rotten on the offlane puck, which we just don't get to see anymore, so... What a kind guy to keep bringing this back in a couple matches.
Yep. That's the beauty about Dota. Anything can work. If a famous guy said that once. And this also works. The early tornado just being super annoying. Nobody wants to stand in like this general area here. What are Versus doing right now? Just if you can't get close to a creep wave without being harassed too much, you kind of want to stand close that you can at least do something. But if this area is occupied by a tornado, that's not even a possibility anymore. So I like this pressure already being put on top. The trade-off is that Ghosty gets quite a decent amount of levels in gold in the bottom lane too, just being solo up against Ace. But I think they're gonna be fine with that.
Yeah, Ace has been making some really cool plays down here. He's been pulling, like, as Ghostic tries to do those pulls off to the side, Ace is keeping the enemy wave on himself, using the poor man's shield just for defensive purposes, but then he can just walk the wave over to Ghostic and use the overwhelming odds, like, whenever he wants for that bonus damage. kind of
Oh.
cool.
They actually find our man on the side. The shots block him out. Did they have enough right clicks up top? Yeah, it should.
1 second
Wow,
into.
this, I
Oh.
don't know if they saw him like briefly go visible before the invis came back. If yes, then it's a. Oh, it doesn't really matter. But it's just a really good pick out there with the random deaths coming out. And this is a full-blown aggro try here with the enchanters, with the tusk and the puck. When have you ever seen that? Even when aggressive tri lanes were more popular. Taking a lot of damage now.
exactly.
Snowball comes out
Oh,
onto
wow.
your old characters towards those, but there's so much right-click damage here. Not quite enough though, with the cast bouncing through. The enchanters going down first. Neuer will die to another rocket barrage, so this time a little bit too deep, you could say. Are they gonna get the creep? No? Okay. One will expire unless a Sunstrike. Almost hit Hesijo there.
Yeah, that creep trying to help secure a kill here. Alright, well that's a little bit of a disaster. Free double kill for Hervost. He's almost up to level 5. He still hasn't even made his way to the side shop. Like, damn, dude.
He might be in trouble.
Fully completed right bad.
Inside the essence spray, it's a Verify though. They didn't quite get the Rexes off Armman with slow, trying to help out, but BZZ being annoyed even further. So let's talk a bit more about this mid lane. Invoker 22, lasted 23 now, still ahead of Penguin Check in that department. Who's winning here?
Oh, I mean, the Invoker, like... It's just, the Alchemist, he needs so much, right? It's one of those classic things about the Alch is that there's a reason, like, he's balanced around how much gold he gets, and he needs a really big gold advantage to be, like, actually winning the game, and I don't think he's gotten a bounty rune yet, because the bounty just secured the top one, too.
But especially like in that sense is the amount of denies that BZ has on himself. 12 denies, that means 12 potential last hits for the Alchemist, just not given. Which translates to a lot of bonus gold as well. So,
Yeah, you can see Ping's having so much trouble that he's putting more points in the acid just because he can't, like, control it enough without it.
Yep. Let's go.
Some
More or
better
less a standard
CS.
build here. It's a toss-up between putting that extra point into greed or that extra point into the acid. But
Yeah.
it's very rare that we see these kind of alchemists even put a single point into the stun until much later. Because they generally want to just stay in mid, just trying to be annoying, get as much as they can, and then at some point rotate everywhere else, get your farm, go into this kind of Naga build, Radiance Manta, with the Boots of Travel built in and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, they have a dust here. Oh, they're gonna go for this. Do it. Yep.
They find him
Iron Man.
again? How's that even possible here? Our man is just gonna get bursted down.
Nah, he made himself visible to ASDF, and then he didn't think, like, he was okay following him around because he saw he didn't have detection, but Noe was hiding the trees, not making himself visible.
Oh man.
So, solid play by him. Perfect baiting out of the bounty hunter. Top. Here we go. What do we got here? Roll the dice.
What?
Ping. Oh, give
yeah.
me the bounty.
It's an
And,
invis, of
oh,
course.
he loses. Oh, that's too bad.
Let's solve for a bit there. I can't with the cold snap. Enough extra damage, but bottom rune is still there. No one's actually making a move towards that just yet from either side.
Yeah, the Beastmaster's been off the map. I think they just assumed he was there.
Maybe 5 also just assumed that one of the supports picked that one up. They're smoked up though behind the Alchemist. Maybe they can make something happen with a good ward block on BZZ, but the Satyr showing himself will telegraph that something is amiss. Oh, top lane. Okay, did not quite see that coming. That's just shouldn't really happen, should it?
No, I'm gonna guess he probably used the orb to farm and didn't realize that Armen was under him. Probably got slowed by the Janata, and they just ran up. I'm guessing with the Witch Doctor and the Gyro. But
Yep.
I was watching these supports because they still haven't gone to that bounty room. Jeez, if Ping like
That-
happens to find that,
That expire isn't gonna be so salty.
if he goes bot for like the next
Oh,
room,
we gotta
and
go
it's there
Penguin
and
check
it
here. Cold
disappears.
snap plus a cast bouncing back between Creep and himself. Still not quite dead yet, but he will die to all these right clicks at the very end. Was pretty damn close though, with the Fairy Fire, but no, it wasn't Fairy Fire. Just pure region from his ultimate. But level 1, not quite. Oh, come on, Armin, just go check the bounties. Go check the rune. ASDF, he will pick it up now. No,
Nah,
maybe
he's
not.
saving it.
This is saving it for Alchemist when he comes back, but it's like our man has it now. That's also fitting. He is a bounty hunter after all. And
Oh man, Ping,
he
the
died.
wrong side of the bed this morning.
Yeah. It's Pigman check though. He should be able to bounce back if they just get a little bit of extra space in him. I would actually like to see him stack up these jungle camps a little bit more. As it stands right now, Ace is farming this hard camp. The other camp's not really put any emphasis on whatsoever. Especially if you have these golems, you can get so much money out of that. Even just stacking the small camp, if you get this one camp with like the 6 units in them. Just like
the early rotation from the gyro. Down bottom of that roar.
Will connect on Ace and only Ace. That was an easy kill with that ultimate. With both these ultimates here, and I really like this again. Just gyrocopter this here, just get your levels, get your farm, get like level 6, 7, 8, but then start to rotate. Start, grab a kill, get a tower off of that.
Yeah, typically it's a good play, but here it's even better because he's been pressured so much top that it's kind of, I would still even say a little bit unsuspected, even though this ward... Oh, okay, it just got placed down, there we go, so... We'll know the next time if something were to happen, but Havos will be quite happy with the way this has worked out.
They get themselves a tower kill on the bottom lane, finds himself a jungle camp. He's stacking that up himself so he can farm it, looks like it. Yeah. Why not? Why not? If your own jungle isn't safe because there's like a Chantless roaming around, skipping creep waves. Might as well farm the enemy jungle. We've got our man up here, can't really do anything though. So unless there's any more TP reactions to that place, then they're gonna lose it here 1 tower in return, making it more or less an even trade here. There it is.
Alright, alright.
Mid lane, okay. Gonna get Pigman check again, this time with only 2 heroes. Lost the 4 spirits. And this is where it starts being trouble, right? I mean, 2 deaths in the Alchemist already. He farms pretty damn quickly, but still needs time.
Yeah, he's also gonna be dead for the next rune, too.
Yeah. Speaking of dead, Noya might be that if he just goes a little bit too far. Armin's busts him out. There it is. Call down. Rocket Barrage. They don't get the snow there, so he does get the snowball off. No reactions to try and help them out, so it's only a matter of time, most likely. Nice eye shots, though. Only Armin right next to him. Not quite enough with the extra rotations, extra commitment in. I'll be him going down. Pigman check. What are you doing? He tumbled right into that. Cold snap. What? That was not safe in any circumstance. You just saw your body there. You still saw everyone hanging around on that tower. Maybe you thought Hasijo would be able to just come in with a coil and kind of scare them off. But this way, Fantastic Five get themselves yet another kill. This disastrous here. The roar in the back and ACF went for the rotation. He's just gonna get right click down despite the untouchable. The heal not saving him, and this is just some very sloppy play from DB right now. What is happening, Modpacks? Are you as speechless as I am right now?
Not sure.
Oh man.
Yeah,
with that, the Invoker, well on top of the network chart here, has his Midas going. Has the drums in his inventory now, so he's feeling well. Vost plays drums himself. He's in a good spot. And Ace, sure, he's been farming. He's even sitting on top of the last hit shot here with a couple of jungle creeps as well, kind of plating that a little bit. He has his Blink Dagger, but that might actually have the potential to turn things around here for DB if they can get a couple of pick-offs with that, start getting that dual damage stacked. Question is though, even with Legion Commander, where's the burst damage to go with that to ensure these dual wins? It's not really there, is it?
No, they're kind of lacking. You know, I'm not sure if he's going for that armlet builds. This is kind of like the whole Chinese thing, right? Where you'll get the armlet on the Alchemist, so that maybe he can help out during those duels.
Yep.
Give him a hand. They don't have any stacks again to try and burst that up for him, though.
Coil, silence, Armen. It's revealed with the dust here. Not quite enough burst damage. Now Hasijo, the cast bouncing back between them on top of the Death Ward. Yol just with a perfect position, perfect placement there. Just maybe a little bit lucky that there was only this one creep to bounce back and forth to, so he gets a solo kill on the puck. Now they're gonna turn this into a Roshan here there for the Forge Words to tank up a little bit. Should have more than enough right click, just pure brute force damage to finish this one off. Also sustained from the Witch Doctor, yeah. It's another freebie there for F5, and with that, they're about 5k gold ahead now. About 2k experience. So
I love this. Is a really weird game. The plays are not working out the way that you would be expecting. I don't know what's what's the deal with the Danish players lately? They win a lot of games or something? My research states they haven't really been. So the I mean, this was a tough matchup already, but I'm just looking at various odds. To be frankly, I'm just like I was just curious as to like what people were looking at here, and only a 57% chance for F5. That's like insane.
yeah, it is.
It's like crazy talk. I don't know if people were unsuspecting
Oh,
of the
it's fine
squad,
armor,
but
yeah. They don't have one detection though, so that's a wasted coil model. Oh, there it is. There's the dust. Doesn't catch. Yeah, it does catch armor, man. That's an easy duel. That's some things finally starting to go right here. This bounty hunter has been picked up time and time again. They've been very, very good with that here, getting the dust on place every single time, but not gonna be enough here if you keep losing your alchemist like that now. It was a solo kill from a Beastmaster, wasn't it? That's the level 1 neck
yeah.
groups.
That's like the perfect scenario. If you can ever find most people, you can solo with Necros as Beastmaster,
Yeah.
as long as they're alone. But in this meta, it's kind of hard to find people that are like away out by themselves. So nice little play there. Like Ghost again, they're nice and deep, so slowing down any sort of a chance of a comeback here. Just continuously killing him. He does have the armlet finished now, so at least maybe he'll be able to make some kind of sick plays or something. But they're up against the Aegis. Havos can just kind of freely farm up here. They can push into the tower. They have the Invoker ready to rock and roll. So it's definitely an uphill battle here, and Danish Spears are far away from those major core items like the Blink Dagger on the puck, not coming out anytime soon. Ace has his Blink Dagger, but what can he really do on his own?
Look at his damage! Oh! Right clicks aren't enough here with a short jump. Kind of out of range of the BZZ, but yeah, I mean, he's showing his levels right now. He's almost at max Exort, level 11 here. So the Sunstrike costs a lot, plus the Cold Snap. Now, bit of a smoke rotation here from F5 actually, so looking for more. Yol will be spotted first. Noye just goes for it, but Snowball will say nope, that's not gonna work for you. Ace though will be caught in the back here, that's gonna be a good kill if Avos can get it here. Sunstrike! On the wrong side of the trees. Avos unable to really go for it and finish it off, but Yol also still alive here with the covering fire from the rest of his team. Scaring DB off, and RMN still scouting. Yes, he's level 6 now. So he can start pulling, bring in these tracks for the extra money. Yeah.
Alright, well, they, don't manage to get anything too big there, so still, the Tusk, I guess, like, the best thing they got was they at least wasted the Death Ward, so slight win for Danish players, am I right? No, that's a pretty short cooldown,
It's
so
gonna be back in
they
5
do...
seconds. Yeah,
they finish off one tier 1, they still have the Aegis for quite a while, and they can look to pressure in on the mid lane, the jungle, wherever they want to go.
Yep. Pigman Shaggy found himself a haste rune, so he's just not getting lucky whatsoever. Actually, there was a haste rune from 2 minutes ago, so maybe this time. Can you get a bounty rune? Yes, he can! Wow. He has one. 328 easy gold. He even finds mud golems, so easy money too. He's actually not opted to put the max points into the Weevil Screen. Instead, he went for the unstable concoction. So maybe that's yet another indicator that they feel very, very pressured right now. For good reason, right? I mean, see the tier 2 already down at 480 health points. See the jungle being invaded. Now there's a smoke up in the back. What's the big back here for DB now? Let's go for these kind of plays, try and find dual wins, try and find pickoffs. Apex? Alright, you're muted. Why are you muted? Why are you leaving me alone? Okay, they're gonna run into each other. There's a blink, there's a duel onto the target. Oh, that is easiest to kill, but not with the raw on top of you. You're still alive. Ace, the duel wings by you. Just speed right click down. The cat's bouncing back and forth. Deathward not even needed here. Noya trying to finish up Yol, but heal is too much. Havo's not able to focus on him with the extra damage coming towards the creep wave to farm up more. It's a triple kill for the gyrocopter. No one left to try and defend this here. I guess we got Hazard on the back. It's not even part of that fight, but he cannot stop the push here. Okay, he can finish up the Witch Doctor. Blinks right out, but oh, Cold Snap on top of him. Does have another coil in a second. Isn't gonna be enough here with Cold Snap taken out on top of the Rocket Barrage. It's gonna be a godlike spree for Vost. Mine 1 and 2, 7.5 minutes in. They claim another tower as well. And this is looking like a quick one here. The Aegis will expire, even giving him all his mana back, as well as his health points. Now right back to farming up on top lane, since so much being gained for F5 right now. If you want to take another look at the graphs, it's about 10k now in terms of gold. Getting there in terms of experience as well. Also track kills, making it work. And Necrobook level 3, everything falling into place. Boots of Travel on the Invoker, 2k extra gold. See, the complete urn for Yol. There's a buckler for RMN. Going into the mechanism here, so here's that finish. Just with more items than the Cura can handle almost. Blink Dagger now. Looking rough for DB. Pigman Jack being shut down so hard, it's kind of... What do you do? He at least got the treads, and yet another indicator though. I mean, this is probably not the kind of build that he wanted to go for. But maybe I'm just a bit spoiled by the Chinese way, the way they run the Alchemist, which is just the middle lane into the complete farming build without putting any points into concoctions. So seeing him deviate from that, maybe it's just normal playstyle. He's a player that wants to play more aggressive, but I feel like it's also necessary, particularly in this kind of game, where you need to have more mileage out of them. But AC just gets caught. Hesi Joe's there though with the call and the sounds of BZ. They can bring him down, that would be great, and they should be able to with the punch up. Neuer takes so much damage from Deathward though. Vision will make sure that he falls alongside Pigman Check again, so almost still a trade in favor of DB, considering that it's so far behind right now.
He has to go in for the, I think, the Radiance build. I don't think he can go for like this Blink minus armor kind of strat.
No.
I think you have to try and regain control of the map somehow. It's probably just too late, honestly,
yeah,
but...
I think so too. Almost the roar comes out to blink out in time. But yeah, it was tier 2 going down, tier 3. Not long for the world either here with the extra attack speed from the Beastmaster. Could have committed more for it, but I guess they just want to play it safe. Take what they get and then go back, wait for the next Roshan before finalize this game.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, so he's gonna go for it. He's like, we're gonna fight this one out. This is how we do it. So triple blinks coming out from the LC, the Alchemist, and the Puck. Do they have... I mean, he can keep going this budget style and build into a Solar Crest next, I would guess. And just try and go for like maximum impact items right now.
Yep. Oh, that was the wrong button. Some music being played, but not quite there yet. Ace might get caught out though. Gets a blink out. No damage from F5, but look at their movements here. This is the wolf pack right now. They're just trading from there to there to there to there and forcing DB back into their own base. They're very scared to go out right now, and for good reason. And top lane is pushing in. So if F5 want to skip the creep wave or something again, can take the tier 2 up top if they want to.
Alright, well, looks like this is the time.
Well, there it is. Blink in, duel onto Yol once again, but there's a roll. Once again, stopping that damage from happening. Yol might end up with a dual damage here. It ends before that can happen here, but Pigman Check and Neuer just go in, try to do what they can, but they're just feeding the wolves of Fantastic 5 and even ASDF in the back. And that's a GG. It has to be 7:22. 2 minutes in, and this was a rather quick one.
Yeah, just I guess drafting questions here. Like Ping, he's had some good times on the Alchemist. He's won some games, but I don't know if it's worth it in the first phase when there's still heroes like the OD that was available, and just, I don't know. Sometimes the meta, it doesn't hurt to walk that way.
Yeah.
Like why not just grab the OD in the first phase, and then when they really ban out your Alchemist, then you get like this OD in the safe lane, and he can do whatever he wants against an off lane Beastmaster. There's no chance of anything happening there. You don't have to go for this Legion Commander. And there were some other heroes that were available too, like the Clinks was still there, I believe, for up against the Gyrocopter. There were a lot of options in the draft that I don't feel like the pressure of this Enchantress and Tusk really worked out. Like, they couldn't secure enough farm on a Legion Commander, maybe because she just didn't have enough help. As well as those runes, right? The fact that Ping just had the worst mid-Alchemist that you can have. They just controlled the runes too well on the side of Fantastic 5. I don't think he got a single bounty rune, and even the start of the game went a little bit poor for him, at the very least. So, hard game.
Yeah. But this is the best of 3, so game 2 will have to be a fresh start for DB. They kind of want to try and salvage this series and not drop down to a lower bracket. That'd be nice. F5 though, they're looking good. Looking good. Might be looking for an early night. Early bedtime here. We'll find out pretty damn soon as game 2 should be coming up shortly.